What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to my channel. Steven Thursh will be your host for the next few minutes. Can I make it a little bit shorter probably tonight, as I've got some other things to take care of before the night ends and the next day begins. So let's get down to it. Petrana, Odin 04. What's the scoop? Let me head on over to my web browser. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the not so hot, or the ugly, if you will. This is the fourth bottle in the Black Line edition. This is the box, or cofre, or we even call it. 04. Slides out like so. I don't know why this box is so tight. There we go. It's better. Bottle is already out. 04. Petrana, or Petrana, however you want to say it, or Petrena, I don't know how to say it. Ingredients or notes: deep purple cassis, pink pepper, herbaceous coriander. By the way, this is an eau de parfum. Black iris, violet leaf absolute, garden heliotrope, wild orris root. Remember, it's not cultivated orris root, it's wild orris root. Earthy vetiver, white musk. Yeah, so that's it. When did this drop? This dropped, I want to say, yep, 2010. By the way, for granted, it keeps listing these as EDTs. They are not. They are eau de parfum concentrations. I don't know why they have that, but whatever. Nose behind this was Jean-Claude Delville, or Delville. Or Delville. He's done, for example, Aaron McPeak from Agent Provocateur, 2014, beautiful bottle. Atkinson's, he did do Rockford way back. Let's rewind it to 1985. He did Banana Republic Classic, Republic M. Those were way back in 95 and 96, respectively. Also did Wild Blue, which I thought was a pretty cool looking presentation. Simple, but good looking. Back in 2012, he did Bill Blast way back in 99, called Amazing. Really cool bottle, just, or at least the presentation, because the bottle sat inside a transparent cylindrical. Anyways, check it out online. It's better if you look at it. Chiron, he's done the Montaigne 2016 edition. He did the 87 edition. Beautiful bottle, the 87. The 2016, not so much. Kind of minimalist, whatever, kind of off the shelf look. Cerruti, Nino Cerruti, pour femme, 87. Celine Dion, doesn't say when that dropped. Clinique. Let's see. I'm going to try to hurry now. Joe Malone London Orange Blossom. Kenzo Parfum d'Eté 1992. Okay, anything else stand out? Oh, he did Lucky for You Man. Lucky brand. Very cool. Way back 2000. That is an all-time cheapo classic. Marc Jacobs Mod Noir. Beautiful bottle for you ladies back in 2015. For Odin, he's done several others. He's done Vert Reseda, Milieu Rosa, Eflora. Those are all female, unfortunately, or not. Perry Ellis Aqua Extreme back in 2016. The Society of Scent just last year, February 14 degrees. That's a pretty cool looking bottle. What does it say about that one? It's very rose oriented. It's got lots of berries, precious woods, raspberry liqueur, cumin, pink pepper, artemisia, damask rose, cade oil, which is very smoky, almost like a tobacco essence, woody, cedary type, cashmeran, labdanum, and finally patchouli. That might be interesting. Not totally my speed, but and also for Victoria's Secret back in 01, he did Very Sexy for Him. And that's enough of that. So let's get back to the of Petrana. Okay, let's see if they have any differences between what we looked at in terms of ingredients here. Okay, got the pink pepper, yes. Herbaceous coriander. Okay. I'm not seeing a whole lot that looks any different, to be honest. So let's get into it. I like this scent, guys and gals, but it's definitely not a love. And let's get into the why. I'm finding that a lot of the Odins just don't pop off the skin. They just kind of sit there, and it's a little annoying. They have wonderful ingredients. On paper, they sound like home runs. Performance-wise, not so much. And even just on a molecular, chemistry level, I almost get the feeling they're dealing with like a very, very junior or journeyman perfume technologist that does understand how to work with these aroma chemicals, but isn't necessarily a rock star in the field. If you get my drift, to be considered a great nose and perfumer, you have to not only be very patient, obviously, with your technicians, who many of them go on to become noses and perfumers as well. So they're very skilled. I'm not throwing shade at anybody, but any real well-known or good or even halfway good perfumer can tell you it's not about just throwing a bunch of tasty ingredients into a vial, adding some oil, adding some alcohol, shaking it up and calling it a day. That is absurd. That's like saying I'm going to throw a bunch of nuts and bolts and transformers and electrical stuff and cabling and motors and crap, and I'm going to shake it in a huge box, and out it's going to come a Tesla or a Porsche, Audi, or whatever. It doesn't work that way. It takes thousands of hours of designing, arguing, complaining, changing, testing, board meetings, and lots of mock-ups, models, crash. I mean, on and you get the gist. On and on and on and on. A lot of work. But you also have to have kind of a sixth sense, an almost magical intuition for what will really, really smell great, probably on skin. We get this word a lot in perfume circles and in fragcom of, not word rather, but there's this thing we do where we knock mass appealing perfumes or colognes. We say, oh yeah, but it's just mass appealing. What is so wrong with mass appealing? The truth of the matter is, if the majority of people think something smells fantastic or great, newsflash, it probably does. So let's chill with the arrogance of saying, well, I'm in the 0.1%. Everyone else thinks it stinks and smells like crap and smells like fecal dung, but I know it smells great on me. Yeah, look. At the end of the day, yes, connoisseurs wear perfume. In fact, hopefully most of us wear perfume primarily for ourselves. But I don't think we dislike having people around us say, "Oh my God, what are you wearing? It smells fantastic." I don't think we'd like hearing, "Oh my God, I hate to insult you, but what you're smelling is just vile. It smells like crap. It's repulsive. Smells like feces, with urine thrown in and old laundry and rotting, decaying food matter." I don't think any of us would keep wearing something that really gave those types of impressions. So, all that having been said, my point is that this does smell good. It does smell interesting, but it doesn't have that je ne sais quoi, that something. Firstly, it doesn't really pop off the skin that well. But secondly, it doesn't really have that ultra mass appealing, smooth sensuality. It's not sparkling. It's not deeply effusive. It's not that resinous. It has a little bit of that going on, but It's okay. Let's get into how it smells. So it smells a little bit green. Obviously, it's got some greenery in there. We got the vetiver, we've got the orris, right, and the coriander. So you get a little bit of that herb. It has a slightly creamy, slightly balsamic feel to it, but it doesn't have any sizzle. It definitely has very wicked little punch. And although it smells pleasant, I wouldn't say it's memorable. I definitely would never, ever imagine this being a signature scent personally. And staying power, not so hot. I really only got about 5 to 6 hours with this. Yes, if you go, I didn't go uber heavy this time. If you do go uber very heavy and get a lot on your clothing, you might eke out up to about 8 hours with this. But even having said that, it's a very, very intimate, almost a skin scent. It's going to just very delicately scent your very close up, aura, if you will. People are really not going to smell this on you at arm's length. They're just not. So it's quite weak. It doesn't really have much of a signature scent at all about it. It's very well done to a point, which is what's infuriating about it. Because, like, if they had amped up what's here and just jazzed it up, add more fixative, something to make it pop off the skin better. Maybe a little amber, maybe I don't know, some kind of sparkly, shimmery thing just to make it kind of sizzle off skin. I don't know. There's lots of things. Ambroxan, there's heliotrope. There's lots of, this does have heliotrope, but I mean, ISO super maybe was called for. It's just missing 2 or 3 ingredients, in my opinion. And at the end of the day, also, it's like I said, it's well done to a point, but it doesn't smell elite. It doesn't smell like a $400 bottle of juice. It doesn't even smell like a $200 bottle of juice. It smells about like, dare I say, about a $50 bottle. And sadly, when I say that, you can buy old, awesome designer scents. It used to be 100, 125, 150 for between $50 and $85 on online discounters, and just blow this thing out of the water. So it's an okay scent, no sizzle, no punch, pretty weak on the staying power, minimal sillage, very minimal projection. Just cannot recommend this in good standing, especially for a vetiver lover. If you think you're going to be getting something that's just going to just surround you with the cloud of rich, resinous, juicy, aquatic green vetiver with other spicy, piquant herbs and spices and some floral component, this sadly is not that scent. Not a total fail, right? But it's kind of just a very low-key, fairly semi-humdrum type scent that you might like it more than I did. I'm very, very thoroughly unimpressed. And for that reason, I just cannot recommend this, sadly, to anybody. So if you're a vetiver lover, I honestly have to say, move on. This is not for you. Hi, Mitch. Thanks for joining in on this live cast. That's going to do it, guys. I don't have a lot more to say about that. Fairly unimpressive offering by Odin. Maybe it sat too long on the shelf. Who knows? Maybe they didn't get it right the first time, and it is what it is. There are a lot of people, by the way, in Fragrantica who absolutely adore this scent. Kudos to them for finding pleasure, joy, and appreciation where apparently I really could find precious little. Again, it's okay. It's not offensive or anything. It just doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. And frankly, with the exception of maybe about 5 of my weakest EDTs, this is just barely above that level in terms of like smellability, like effusiveness, if you will. And it just doesn't have anything special about it. It's just very low key, humdrum. It's a little green. It's a little gray. It's a little bit balsamic and creamy. That's it. And move on next. That's going to do it, guys. If you like, please subscribe. Click the bell for future updates. And we'll look at 05 at some point in the near future. I may throw in another couple of reviews between then and there just to kind of mix it up and keep it a little bit fresh. Until then, guys, spray often, spray well. Live life on your terms, not someone else's. By the way, if you want a good smelling perfume, this one absolutely just kicks Odin 04's Tushkas to the curb. This is L'Homme Intense L'Intense YSL. Absolutely. Oh my God. This is absolutely bonkers, mad awesomeness. Awesome juice in a bottle, especially this price point. This is the Big Bubba model. Look how big this thing is. That is making a statement, guys. So sorry, Odin. This has got you licked, at least for 04 Petrana. That's going to do it, guys. Until next time. Again, if you like, please subscribe, guys. Click the bell for future updates. And we'll catch you later, Gators. Bye.